So I'm new to Hinge and went on a couple dates with this guy and they were great. It gave all the green flags, like literally all of them, and then just ghosted me.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we've got a video for you from Cosmicverse taking a look at women in their 30s and 40s wondering why dating keeps falling apart and whether the men are the problem. Plot twist, guys, they absolutely are not. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, and let's jump right into it.
You know what's super annoying when you start dating is the men that make you think that they like you by like taking you out to dinner, doing a few nice things for you, and then one day you just don't hear from them anymore. And it's like, what the fuck? What did I do? Nothing. But if I did do something, maybe you should tell me. Or I don't know. Aren't we a little too old to ghost people in our 40s? Because I feel like we are. So maybe that should be addressed. Any guys out there that are still ghosting people in their 40s, please stop. I feel like we deserve a little bit more than that. An explanation, even if it's a lie. Just give us something.
A couple of dinners is not a commitment, and a man who goes quiet after 2 dates never promised her anything. She talks like ghosting only happens to women when plenty of men have sat through that same silence from her side.
You never meet a guy with stomach issues. You never meet a guy that has to wear contacts. Every guy I talk to, they're like, oh yeah, I've got 20/20 vision. Like, they never are constipated. They can shit whenever they want. They eat whatever they want, no problem. They never get judged for their bodies the way.
Men have plenty of valid complaints to make. The difference is they don't waste their time making TikTok videos about them. They actually try to solve them.
See, the thing they're not realizing is that guys usually don't talk to women about their problems because, for the most part, in the future, it will get used against them.
This is exactly right. Men realize very quickly there's no point in actually telling most women about their problems because it just gets used against them at the end of the day. Like, this is just something that's weaponized against men, so men simply stop doing it.
Okay, I have a question, and be honest. At our age, are we dating for potential still, or only accepting the finished products?
This is hilarious, guys. Women out here asking whether or not they should just keep holding out for a guy to turn into a millionaire or to try and date one who already exists, when the fact of the matter is these men that these women are chasing don't actually want them.
Realizing that you're probably too old to ever find someone to love you is truly humbling. It's disheartening. I've tried putting myself out there. I've dated people. It always feels like I like the ones that don't like me back. And I don't like the ones that like me. It's truly frustrating. And why do men continue to date you for several months when they don't even really like you? It's annoying. Because then you start to get attached. You start to get feelings for somebody, and then, it just ends. Anyway, eventually, I'm just going to have to get used to and accept being alone is the way it's going to be. And I've been alone for so long, you'd think that I've done that by now, but I definitely haven't. It's hard.
She just said it herself. She chases the men who reject her and then ignores the men who want her and then calls men confusing. The absolute classic, guys.
Do you find yourself dating and picking all of the wrong men, and no matter what you do, nothing works out? You're on every dating website and you still can't find a good man if your life depended on it? Well, let me tell you. Me too, girl. So what do we do? Me too.
Different applications, different men, same ending every single time, and she still hasn't asked who the one constant actually is. Picking the wrong men on repeat is a choice that she keeps making.
Being 28 and being single is maybe the worst thing ever. 28, I feel so old. I feel too old to be telling all my friends and my mom and my sister that I have a crush on someone or I'm going on a date with someone, and then nothing happens. Those TikToks are like, I made out the talking stage. We're no longer talking. Yeah, that's just real life.
Let's be honest, guys, dating as a woman is not a difficult thing. If you hit 28 years of age and you still don't have a man, despite the fact that maybe you want a long-term relationship, then you have messed up royally.
The male loneliness epidemic, honestly, is not bad enough. And you've only got yourself to blame for this.
What? How exactly does that make sense in context with that statement?
I made a video that went viral about respectfully approaching a woman on the street, as one does when you want to meet someone new. Got 100,000 views and thousands of incels in the comments.
As someone in The Princess Bride once said, you keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Some of the comments went like, I don't want to be arrested. How do you approach a woman that you're scared to be arrested? I think that's a you problem.
They're just listening to the thousands of women that have told men to leave them alone. So why would they approach?
Proudly never approached anyone. Yikes.
A whole comment section of men told her the same exact thing, and she decided that every last one of them just doesn't get it. When everyone in the room agrees and only she disagrees, she might want to count again.
So women my age, who are determined in life, who are going places, who are taking care of themselves, we're not looking for the young guy out there who's still playing game, right? We don't want that. We are looking for the guy who is consistent, who is not a love bomber, who has their shit together. They are grounded in their faith. They are established in life. They're still moving forward with their goals. We want that guy. The other stuff just becomes a bunch of dicks to us.
This is the classic, guys. Women who get older now want to, quote unquote, settle down after screwing around throughout their entire 20s. Like, these women don't understand this is actually a very big insult to men. You're an older woman and now you're looking for someone consistent, grounded, and established. I mean, get the hell out of here.
I've kind of given up on dating. I've been divorced from my ex for 2.5 years now. He was immediately in a new relationship, which shouldn't surprise anyone, but I've spent time doing, recovery therapy, trauma therapy, just trying to get my shit fixed. But the news of Dave Grohl and the love child triggered me. Like, I thought he was a good guy. This whole time I'm like, wow, he's a really, really great stand-up guy. He's a good dad. He's been a good husband for over 20-something years. Turns out he's a Gen X asshole, just like the rest. I freely admit I have shit taste in men. First husband, I don't think had the wherewithal to cheat on me. Second husband, absolutely 100% believe he cheated on me. And I just don't want to deal with that kind of bullshit anymore in my life.
I feel no sympathy for these women who go out and try and date after getting a divorce, right? This is hilarious. 2.5 years of therapy. This is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. Therapy is just a complete waste of time. These women act like they're healed or they're progressing when really they're not.
Getting ghosted by a sugar daddy has got to be one of the most humbling experiences on the planet Earth, because what do you mean you're the one ignoring me? You're not responding to me. What? In this dynamic, I thought you were just happy to even be in my presence, and now all of a sudden, you can't even reply, and it's been 6 months. Like, I'm just gonna, for the sake of my own sanity, pretend that they simply passed away.
I'm getting ghosted day of for a date. That's a free date for this man, mind you. I'm taking him to a hosted dinner for our new restaurant. Like, it's free for him. I just said he had to fucking pick me up. And it's also not the first time we met. We met out in real life. What the fuck? I'm 30 years old. This guy's almost 30 years old. And he asked me out. He was the one that said he wanted to see me again. What the fuck is wrong with men?
This is absolutely hilarious. So she thought the man was lucky to have her, but then he absolutely dipped on her ass. I mean, it goes to show, guys, these women have no idea what men actually want at all.
Not a man, keep scrolling. Okay, so men. Why are we hating women? Why are we hating women?
I don't think most men hate women. A lot of guys are simply done with putting in the effort because they get treated terribly. Men were told from a young age to put in all the effort, to do everything by the book and, do fantastic things for women, and it gets them absolutely nowhere. So I think a lot of guys are just absolutely done.
Ah, yes, this one again. We're not hating women. We're just apathetic and ignoring you and all the delusions and toxicity that define you. Like you're showing in your very video. That's not hate, darling. That's a logical, rational decision and response to women's hatred of us. Again, just like you showed in this video and the millions of others y'all make every single day. I know. Logic and reasoning isn't something women do.
I agree with what this guy is saying. Absolutely. I think a lot of guys are just apathetic and they are stepping back from the drama. It has very little to do with quote unquote hating women and everything to do with men trying to retain their peace. That's pretty much it.
It is so funny being single in your early 30s because everyone's like, aren't you missing out on getting married and settling down? And I am like, genuinely, I feel like the only thing that I have missed out on is a divorce.
This is what I mean, right? The women get older, guys, and then they start making videos like this and they start regretting everything. If you want to be a strong and independent queen and you don't need no man and you want to go hook up with a bunch of dudes, I do not care, okay? But don't come crying when you made the wrong decision later on.
I need an updated version as to why guys don't want to date a content creator. Like, what's the big deal? You know, that my privates could be everywhere on the internet. Like, so what? So what? You're the only one enjoying them. You know? I just need to know why guys wouldn't want to date a girl for that reason.
She cannot work out why a man would hesitate to commit to a woman whose private content, let's put it that way, is on sale to strangers. Every man watching already knows the reason, and she knows it too. She just doesn't want to admit it.
So I'm new to Hinge and went on a couple dates with this guy and they were great. It gave all the green flags, like literally all of them, and then just ghosted me. Is Hinge like notorious for ghosting? Because I've seen a bunch of videos and people are like, they got ghosted. So
I've always said this on the channel, guys, but these women absolutely know when men aren't actually interested in committing to them. They just like to go and hook up with the guys and then cry and complain wolf later on, even though the dudes were clearly never that interested.
Like, you know what? I think I'm gonna ruffle some feathers right now with what I'm about to say, because this dating pool is chopped with a T in the end, okay? Because I'm 40 years old, okay? And there's this guy that supposedly was interested, right? He's older, way older. And I went to a basketball game last week and he's like, hey, tough loss because the Celtics lost, whatever. And then he's like, well, I hope you get home safe. Like, bitch, you trying to take me out and you talking about, I hope you get home safe and you're older? Isn't your fucking generation supposed to be like, hey, you know, you don't have to do this, but the intent. Like, oh, you know, how are you getting home? I know it's late outside. Are you getting her by Uber? Are you taking the train? Did none of that. So you know what I'm going to do? Not date him. So yeah, basically I'm not dating a man that is going to be like, oh, well, I hope you get home safe, right? Because if you're trying to court me or get me, trying to persuade me to dating you, shouldn't you be a little more chivalrous? I don't know.
The reason why the dating pool is so rough for these women in their 40s and 50s is because they shouldn't be dating in their 40s and 50s. Women have had a very easy time when it comes to dating, guys. They just have to make good decisions with the men that they choose, but oftentimes they fail and end up 40 and single. This is completely their own doing.
So this is my formal ask for any boys in Europe. Preferably Spain, but I mean, beggars can't really be choosers. Not that I'm begging, but you know, if anyone's interested, I'm happy to accept applications to move there with you because I need out of this fucking 5-alarm fire that is America. Anyway, so the link is in my bio. I did create a Google form because I am committed. Let's see if you can be. Let's see if it can be compatible.
I really hope for this woman's sake that this is some kind of a skit or a joke, because dudes are not going to want to apply for women like this. And let's be honest, any dude who is silly enough to complete one of these quote-unquote applications is just going to get rejected anyway. This is deeply insulting, and honestly, guys, women who have to pull this kind of crap, whether it includes making the skits or not, it's just a complete red flag.
Is anyone else in like a weird dating conundrum once you hit 40 where you want to date somebody that's your age, but it seems like all the men that are your age don't have any energy anymore to do anything? Like they're like, oh, I just want to like be a homebody and be chill and just like live my life and I don't know, build things. And then you're like, but I don't want to do that. I kind of still have a lot of energy and I want to go out and I want to have fun. And they're like, whoa, 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 I think you might be too much for me. But then when you try to date somebody that's younger, that's like in their 30s, they're like children and they don't have their shit together. So you're kind of just like, well, what do I do? Like, where do I go? I don't know. Somebody, if you have advice, please help.
Men her age finally have peace and want to live calmly, which is the exact thing that she claims to be looking for until it actually shows up. Calling a settled, easygoing man boring is how she keeps talking herself out of the significant other that she supposedly says that she wants, when in reality she doesn't actually want that guy.
Of a controversial topic. I am 42 years old. I've never been married, no kids, and I've been in 20 weddings, either as a bridesmaid or a maid of honor. I have all of those friends. A lot of them have babies. I've been the auntie to a lot of them. I've set up college funds for some of my friends' kids. I've got a pretty large network of friends. I show up for every birthday party. I'm not trying to justify or preface this with like, I do all this, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying for me, I'm 42. I'm not planning on getting married anytime soon. And if I do, it'll be something small. It will be a backyard sale. I'm not even in a partnership, so it's not even like I'm there. But I did just buy a house. And with that comes a lot of expenses and a lot of things that I've lived in the same condo for 13 years. There's things that I want to upgrade.
I'm not really sure what the problem is, guys. Like, this is exactly what these women wanted, okay? They wanted to be strong and independent. They didn't need no man. They wanted to be liberated and empowered and all that stuff and go and date and hook up with all these dudes. And then they start talking like this when they reach 42 and all their friends are married. Like, this just wasn't going to happen the entire damn time.
I'd like to get new set of plates and stuff, like all of the things that you would register for if you were to get married. Now, I don't have that, so I was thinking I would register for my housewarming party. I would throw a party. It would be like a festival style. Saturday would be bands and DJs and whatever, and then Sunday would be like a bounce house for the kids. But I'd still throw the party. But, you know, I have friends that have been asking me, like, when are you going to get married? I don't have that desire, at least not right now. But I do have the desire for some new pots and pans and XYZ. So would it be super tacky if I registered for my housewarming? And if you got an invitation, there was a thing for a housewarming registration, how would you take that?
I'm not really sure what the point of this video is. Like, that's fantastic. You went and did all of this stuff for your friends, I guess. But I think this is really just a video about her feeling lonely on the inside because she hasn't received the same thing. And let's be honest, guys, these women have passed up these opportunities throughout their entire life, so I can't really say that I empathize. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.